alongside Mike Minay from Sport Online as we're awaiting the next game in this marathon session of five-a-side, Shearer versus Savage. And who have we got, Mike?
We've got two new teams here, I think. Now you've been framed, represented by their white kits of Alan Shearer. They've already played a couple of games today. I think they won one and lost one. And then it's the mixed team. There's two teams from the BBC Sports live team in Chris Visser and Adam Ellis on the pitch. They're the two that I work with. One of them's my boss, so I'll be awfully kind to him this afternoon.
How was your last appraisal?
It was good, but there's always next year, as they say. Forward come this mixed team then, made up of team members who don't know themselves, so it could be quite a risky thing. And if I understood Ian Cheeseman's commentary earlier, you're an Aston Villa fan.
That's right.
They could even play like Aston Villa then, a team that's not really familiar with themselves.
Yeah, indeed, yeah. And we hope they don't, because we want more goals than Villa have managed all season, that's for sure. Savage's team looking to make the first dent into the net here, and it is slotted away by the big lad John Nichols.
Now, Phil,
and they've
watch
got
this
their
celebration.
They've got their celebration, been practiced. They're running the train down the length of the pitch. That's obviously something that's come from the training ground, so that's their first goal. You can see it slotted away here by John Nichols, beats the keeper to the right-hand side, and straight away he's ordered into the head of the train position for their celebration, the likes of which we haven't yet seen on this pitch. That's
Great inventiveness, not only for the goal, but also for the celebration afterwards. It is Savage who leads by a goal to nil, almost approaching his 300th goal, but he's a long way behind Alan Shearer now in the total things. I understand that Savage picked up an injury earlier today, that's why he's not here.
Is that right?
And Alan's receiving physio. It's a long stint.
It is a long stint.
And Phil's feigning an injury himself as well.
I've torn my calf, Mike, which is why I can't play. It's why I'm only speaking and commentating with you today. I would have been desperate to play, because I think pretty soon the Five Live Management are on. And if there's ever anybody you want to go through with 2 feet, it's not the Five Live Management. They're lovely lads.
It's 2-0. Are they going again? No, it's just a modest celebration this time. A lovely finish into the bottom left-hand corner from Savage's men. They need to recall quite the difference between Shearer and Savage. They're doing their best. 2-0 up early on here.
It's Gareth Britton, the goal scorer, and Christ the Redeemer was his celebration of choice there, as he held his arms aloft in his black tracksuit bottoms and his red top. And they're looking to break again. Just been mopped up at the back. Did I give the wrong goal scorer there?
You did. I just wanted to make that clear.
It's Jonathan Cresswell, is it, slotted that away? My apologies to Jonathan.
Here's Chris Visser on the ball. Plays the long pass, but didn't quite work. Here's that goal scorer now then, Jonathan Cresswell. Yeah. Adam Ellis trying to get involved, but the ball goes down the line. Jonathan Green, is it James Green, sorry, who scored a couple of goals, including an absolute belter in his last match, I seem to recall.
Just tentatively brought back into the area there to avoid the Adnan Januzaj yellow card. Which you've seen that video, Mike, have you?
Yes, Adnan Januzaj also sent off Fat Man Scoop yesterday, wasn't it? So our first yellow card, Dion Dublin earlier this afternoon, was sent off as well. So.
I was hoping when I saw Dion Dublin's name on the team sheet that there'd be a recreation of the famous Dublin Savage clash when it was Villa Blues. Remember that? And they both went forehead to forehead. But I think they're best of friends now. No such contretemps. Who have we got in goal then for the Whites there? Kimberly Bidley, is that what it says on that form there? She's looking very assured in nets there, keeping a central position, and she's alert to the dangers. And I think she's going to be quite hard to beat today.
So she needs to be unbeatable for the rest of the game, otherwise Team Savage could run away with this. It's the mixed team on the ball. Chris Visser in search of it, tackled well by Gareth Britton. bbc.co.uk/sport relief. Here's Adam Ellis then in search of the goal and slots it home.
It's another quality celebration. So that was quite a finish, very nonchalant. If you look here what he does, he has plenty of time. He points to where he's going to square it, but there's no one there, slots it past the keeper's near post, and then adopts the archer pose.
I think he's taken himself out of it after that. He was doubled over momentarily, but he's probably one of the more experienced five-a-side players on the pitch, a regular player each week back in his hometown of Sheffield.
And which one of these is your boss then?
It is the one who's got in goal. He's opted out at the moment, Chris Visser.
Right.
In the rather short shorts.
So he's the man that does your appraisals.
He does indeed. Yeah.
So hopefully...
I'm sure an excellent goalkeeper. One of the best I've ever seen, actually, to be honest.
I was hoping we could call a spectacular save for him, but as that shot came in, he looked a cower to me. Is it cowering Chris? Is that what you call him at work?
Told you not to say that on air. More assured with his safe hands there as well. Here's Adam Ellis from long range.
Oh, parried by Kimberley there.
Trying to do what I did yesterday and score from within his own half. And it's 4-0. Abbas with the goal. 4-0 to Savage. And we're getting ever closer to Savage's 300th goal. And I've got a feeling the way this game's going, Phil, we'll see it in this game.
Yeah. Good strong effort that, and 4-0 up at this stage in the game. We're not even near to half-time. It could be a pretty unassailable lead.
Of course, there's still your chance to have your go on this pitch. We're still looking for late night entrance tonight and into the small hours of Saturday morning. And you do that via bbc.co.uk/sportrelief. I know that Harvey Thorley has used the hashtag 5liveaside to say can't wait to be part of it today with BBC Sport. We look forward to having you down here later on, Harvey.
Now, there's been a switch here, Mike, and Kimberley has given up the gloves and has now taken a very forward position for the You've Been Framed team. Let's hope there's no £250 needed for any of these videos because the surface is very slippery. I've seen a few people go on their backsides.
It is indeed. It was even worse when the snow was out earlier, but you couldn't even tell that now. In fact, the rain stopped as well. Kimberley's first chance on the outfield ball then.
She lays it back. That's a massive shot. A massive shot from John Nichols, but he was nowhere near the goal. The goals are very low here.
As far as I'm aware, we haven't yet lost a ball to the Salford Ship Canal, but I think it's only a matter of time as Visser gets it horribly wrong there. And lets in Team Shearer, but fortunately for Visser, the danger is averted. Ellis back there to cover as well.
It's a frantic pace, and I wonder, Mike, if they'll be able to keep this up into the second half.
Well, small pit. Oh, there you go.
Oh, there's your boss beaten. Your boss, Chris Visser, has been beaten there. I don't think he stood a chance. His hands on it shaking. He says he's not happy with that. But it was a very powerful strike from the number 3 there, James Green. He buried that one.
There was nothing Visser could do about it, quite frankly. He was left stranded. His team failing to get back. And Shearer's men have a goal back, 1-4 the score now.
Kimberley with a strike on goal. It's cleared up, but it might break to her again. Or to your mate Chris playing there with the beard.
It's only Chris and Adam on the mixed team that I'm familiar with. Here's Abbas who got the 4th. Adam tries to steal the ball off him almost selfishly, but it's Team Shearer coming away with the ball. Use that hashtag 5liveaside as Abbas goes looking for Savage's 5th and gets it on the second attempt. Saved by the goalkeeper, Gareth Britton at first. But he was beaten at the second attempt. And it is Shearer 1, Savage 5. Cresswell to Abbas and back to Cresswell once more. Right in front of our commentary position here at Media City UK. Adam Ellis taking no punches with Kimberley there, taking it to the floor.
I have to say I'm quite impressed with the lad Cresswell and his engine that he's got on him. He's up and down the pitch quite a lot, isn't he?
Motoring up and down. Plenty forward though for Team Savage here in plenty of space as well. He's found that Cresswell.
Decent save. Decent save, that. Toby Carberry says, looking forward to playing hashtag 5liveaside at 3 o'clock this morning on the way from Shatnow to make that. Ollie Waters, I think referring to our last game. These are a load of pros. Angus Deaton, football genius, says Todd Powell. And let's just have a look at this. Another goal rolled in for Team Savage. And this could become now something of a rout. It's 6-1 at the moment. We've not hit half-time. And I think knowing what's going on, Alan Shearer has made his way back onto the pitch to try and arrest the rot here as his team are 6-1 down. He's had some physio, Alan. He looks to be moving a tad uncomfortably. And I wonder if he can turn things around for his team here, Mike.
Well, if he can show the form he showed in the late 90s and early 2000s that we know he can produce, he just has to roll back the clock now in the remainder of this first half and the second half as well. Now, I wonder what Shearer's diet's been today, because Ray Doby's tweeted in here using that hashtag 5liveaside and said he's been eating cream cheese and pork chops getting ready to play tonight. So
the diet of champions. Cream cheese and pork chops.
Here's Green. He can hit them. Not that time, though. And there could be trouble here.
Could be trouble here. It's two on the keeper.
Go alone, he tries, and it's confusion.
Well, the keeper's done so well to get back there, hasn't he? He's so disappointed with himself, the boy, Cresswell. He's not realised the ball's fallen to his feet there. And the keeper for Shearer's team keeping them in this. The ball breaks down the left-hand side.
Goal hanging. Squares it this time. Off the crossbar. So close to a seventh. And since coming on, I don't think Shearer's had that much of an impact, Phil.
I think he looks to be moving really uncomfortably to me. He's appealing for a handball out the area, but the refs waved it away. And Tom has sent a tweet into hashtag 5liveaside. Shearer still got it, taking to the Euros, is Tom's view.
Shearer will be going to the Euros, but more as a pundit than a player, I imagine.
Wheelchair Superstar says, chilling while watching the five-a-side football. You can watch this on the red button number on the BBC Sports site as well this afternoon. And you need to be texting the word 5 to 70005 to donate £5 to this. Text the word 5, F-I-V-E, to 70005. As we see another goal going. And the lad who scored that one, something of a recognition does Dave Baines for that, as he raises his finger to us in the commentary booth. Look at that, quite confident. And I've got a feeling it was him who started the train. I think he's the instigator of their celebrations, mate.
Mr. Pro, it could get even worse here for Shearer's men. It has got even worse.
It's 2 in 30 seconds. A penny for Alan Shearer's thoughts now, or his analysis of how his team has conceded those goals.
He's not even been involved yet, Shearer. There was a handball in there. The referee missed that. The referees from the Manchester County Football
Association. That was a definite handball. That was a definite handball. I don't think we can see that again, but that was a definite. That was so out of the area.
I can't defend that from Chris Visser. Absolutely shocking. Out of his area. There's a question over Visser's support as a team in the Premier League, in the Championship. He supports 3 clubs, would you believe?
3.
Liverpool, Manchester City and Blackburn Rovers.
How can you have 3 teams and call yourself a fan?
He's a natural
Maybe that's a question for your next appraisal, Mike.
A natural Liverpool fan with a season ticket at Manchester City and a former season ticket holder of Blackburn Rovers. So loyalties elsewhere, and when he was defending that goal then in those handballs, you think the loyalties lie with the opposition, the way he gifted them that chance. 1-8 the score at the moment.
John on Twitter says he's Remy Gard looking at any of these lads playing 5liveaside at the moment. They're better than what he's got now. Hashtag 5liveaside. Thank you, John. Brit CNLN says, brilliant idea this. Great to see Alan Shearer still got it, even if it hurts to say that as a Middlesbrough fan. Sam Davis, never thought watching endless hours of five-a-side football could be so entertaining. Thank you, Sam. Hashtag 5liveaside. Put your name on that and we'll give you a mention during commentary as we watch this 8-1 mauling by Savage's team.
It is a mauling.
We're not even at half-time, are we? And I think there's some concerns about Alan Shearer's fitness. He's been off with the physio, but he looks to be moving a lot more comfortably than he was 5 minutes ago when he came back on. And his team are struggling to find him here, Mike.
They are, and there's intercepted here. Here goes a pass, it could be 9. Goalkeeper out of the area, referee agrees with that one. Both goalkeepers making mistakes. Angela Williams has just tweeted us as well to say, well done to everyone involved, it looks almighty cold. Angela, you're right. It certainly is. At least the players can keep warm.
We can't moan, can we, in this luxurious commentary booth that they found for us.
One
really
of the
is the height of luxury.
Here's it taken quickly. Oh,
Cresswell, saved.
I'm yet to see one of those go in, but that was probably the closest it's come from Cresswell. Team Savage winning the ball all too easily here.
Alan Shearer's sighted goal. Blocked off.
Will Chris, the Blackburn fan, let in a goal from former Blackburn player Alan Shearer? That'll be one to be telling at the family dues, won't it? Here's Abbas, looking for Cresswell, finds Ellis. Baines in the corner there, and here's Shearer. Off the advertising hoardings and into the net.
He's put it away. That's a great finish from Alan Shearer, who's still got it. Look at the nonchalance with which he slips this past Blackburn supporting Chris Vassar. He's disappointed with himself, the keeper there, Mike. You can see that he's shaking his head. But there's no disappointment in being beaten by an England international, Chris. Remember that.
Certainly isn't. So that's half-time. It's been 10 goals in this first half. Absolutely amazing. Team Savage running away with it. They lead by 8 goals to 2. And whilst the players swap ends and get ready, let's just have a look at how to donate to Sport Relief 2016.
Well, I've had a break. I'm feeling a lot better now. I've got a bit of a smile on my face. So loads of celebrities out. Fans are still here. So this is how you donate. Dig deep, please.
You can show your support for this epic battle by donating to Sport Relief. To donate £5 now, text the word 5 to 70005. Text costs £5 plus your standard network message charge. 100% of your donation will go to Sport Relief. You must be 16 or over and please ask the bill payer's permission. For full terms and conditions and more information, go to bbc.co.uk/5aside.
So we're back for the second half here. It's Alan Shearer stood over the ball to kick off, his team trailing 8-2 in a 10-goal thriller of a first half. Oh, make that 8-3 nearly. That's the post for the big lad with the obnoxious goal celebrations in the first half, Mike.
Adam Ellis, that for Team Savage. 8-2 the score at the moment, live from Media City in Salford. And the referee in the way there. And he may assist Savage with a further goal here, but here goes Shearer's men, using the advertising hoardings once again, which Alan used so expertly towards the end of the first half.
Natalia Bradford's just tweeted us, spent half an hour being cannon fodder for Messrs Shearer and Dublin and Bishop early. I'm struggling a little now. Hashtag 5liveaside. Natalia, thank you for playing. We appreciate your efforts.
Team Shearer coming down the left wing. Not really much space to go in, and Team Savage closing down well, but there's a volley there from Alan Shearer. How many times did he do that in his career? He's going to have another go there. Visser out wide to Cresswell. Support of Abbas and Visser to his left-hand side. Into the corner. The last elements of snow, as you can see on the pitch there. It came down in the bucket loads early this morning. And it's now all clear.
Oh, there he goes again now. What's he got for us? It's the circular one-finger spin. It's the lasso from the boy Ellis. That's his third of the game.
He's on fire. 9-2 the score. And Savage's men have now closed the gap to only 36. We had it in the 40s at one point. And once again, this could be a tight contest. I am surprised that even after, what have we had, 21 hours of football, how close it is. Even more than that, isn't it? More than 31 hours of football, sorry. How close the scoreline still is.
I think it's a smaller margin than Villa's goal difference at the bottom of the table.
Villa would be quite impressed if they'd only managed to keep it to 9 goals, surely. Who's up for them on Saturday? Have they got?
This weekend, yeah, now you're asking me. I might have to.
Even the Villa fans have given up on Visser tries a shot to no avail. I mean, Visser tries an expert shot and it nearly came off for him.
If you just join us on the red button, Chris Visser is Mike's boss at BBC Sport Online, so there might be some slightly biased commentary that you hear from Mike there, just so that he can protect his own salary in the forthcoming future.
Shearer's men try a shot that nearly went out to the ground. Nice little setup here at Media City, helped by the Premier League.
Oh, now Ellis is giving that away to Shearer, who's one-on-one and forces a great save from the keeper with his feet. And I thought Alan Shearer was a banker to score that.
That was Ellis's for his own glory, wasn't it? I once passed to Alan Shearer to set up a goal. And here is Shearer, lays it back, and that one again.
Skied it.
Wide.
Skied it. Dan Pocock says, hashtag 5Live-a-side, enjoying how good the games have been so far. Can't take my eyes off it.
It is addictive. I mean, I started when it started at 9:15 yesterday morning.
Yeah.
And it's one of those where you think, oh, I'll watch a few games and then go home. And I ended up watching the whole thing. I was here till 2 a.m. yesterday morning. So, you know, it's really addictive. And thanks for everyone who's watching it. And please donate.
To the word 5 is what you need to text. Get your phone, text the word 5, F-I-V-E, to 70005. 70005. And that's how you can donate £5 to Sport Relief in return for these lads putting heart and soul into this on a very soppy pitch as Abbas makes his way forward, right foot and left, draws a save from the keeper, who quickly releases that from his feet to avoid a handball being given. MC Niz says Jack Mobley and Tom Warner left home 10 minutes ago and they've already made it onto the telly. Hashtag 5Live-a-side. If you spot any of your mates watching, let us know who they are and we'll give them a mention. Sophie Rose says, I was out till 2 a.m. last night watching Danny Jones play. I've only just thawed out. Danny from McFly and McBusted, of course, was here last night, and I'm told that the McBusted McFly following, Mike, was huge here, despite Arctic conditions.
It was immense. There was a whole 2 people on the side with cardboard banners watching Danny last night. They came down just to watch him as well. Many of the fans. 2.
That's double our average home gate at Villa Park. Shearer lining one up. Tries with the left. And it's slotted home, and I can't give that goal scorer a name check because it's a new addition to the team.
It is. I don't think they appear on our team list there.
So,
if those who are interested in the
goal scorer with no name is the person who gets that one.
Those interested in the celebrity marathons, and Danny from McFly last night, as we mentioned. Tonight we've got Josh Cuthbert of Union J coming down. He's doing a 12-hour marathon, and then Rachel Riley of Countdown will be here Saturday morning 6 a.m. right through to the end.
Really?
When this marathon finishes.
Rachel's playing, is she?
In 6:06. So as far as I'm aware.
Yeah. I'll have a goal, please, and another goal, and a goal, and an own goal. Cresswell trying to get another goal for him. He's been fairly prolific today. Looking to the ref for some kind of signal as to what goes on here when the ball hits the netting.
It's a new ball.
Now there's 2 balls on the pitch which we need to sort out. One's left the playing area and Cresswell will...
I think the only way through 57 hours of live football is through the puns, isn't it, really?
Yeah, we've got to get them in.
Just in case you hadn't had enough, there's exactly 26 hours of them left as well. So there's also some football going on, but there's a chance for Shearer.
Shearer set up the goal scorer with no name there, but she just couldn't get the shot past the keeper. Jamie Davis. Just hold Jamie's tweet for a moment as we see whether Shearer gets anything away. Oh, he's buried one! Absolutely buried one! Alan Shearer turned on a sixpence, and I think that might be, if we look at the replay, is that a nutmeg on the keeper? I think he's done through his legs. The keeper will be very embarrassed by that. He's been nutmegged by Alan Shearer. What a goal to bring it back to 9-4. And it just shows what a difference Alan Shearer's made to this team, because they were losing considerably when Shearer made his way back onto the pitch, and now he's reduced the deficit to just 5.
Sorry for getting some interference there. We're not too sure why. Excellent joke from our gallery there. We were scrapping around. We've been told in our ears that there was some interference down the line, and we've wondered what it is. We're faffing around in the commentary box. It turns out that the gallery think that interference is Phil Williams himself.
Nice to feel welcome, Mike.
Phil, of course, has got a keen interest in the next game featuring the 5 Live management. So it's your bosses then, is it, Phil?
Yes, it is, absolutely. It's the controller of 5 Live, Jonathan Wall, I can see warming up there. There's the assistant controller, Richard Maddock, who's going to need to play in a hat, I think, just for some thermal insulation from the cold weather. and Paul Blakely lining up, and Ross Ford and Dan McAvoy, who controls the scheduling at 5 Live. So it'll be interesting to see who they are pitted against and how they get on with their efforts. And I can see Tony Livesey talking into a microphone right now on the far side of the pitch. I think he's live on 5 Live as we commentate on the Red Button and Sport Online, Mike.
Correct. You can watch it all at bbc.co.uk/sportrelief. You can listen clearly to Tony on 5 Live. And if you want to get in touch with us, it's that hashtag again, is hashtag 5LiveAside.
Jamie Davis says, very tempted to skip the pub tonight, Mike, and catch the next train to Media City for a kickabout. Why not?
Do it, James.
Do it. Players are still needed for this evening, you were saying, Mike.
There are indeed. If you come up, James, I'll tell you what, I'll put a tenner in the pot myself. Let's get you up. If you wanted more motivation to come up, I don't know where you're getting the train from. If you want to
say on Twitter, doesn't say, but Jamie at Jamie O Davis, you know who you are. Get on a train and Mike will stick a tenner in the Sport Relief pot for you to turn out on this pitch at some point this evening.
You've always fancied yourself playing football on the television, then now's your chance, isn't it? There's still 26 hours, or just under 26 hours, to get yourself on the hallowed turf here at Media City. It's been a star-studded pitch so far.
I don't know if she looks up. Alan Shearer's in Acres, and they tried to find him and just couldn't get the ball through to Alan.
There's been a lot of comedians on the pitch today already. John Bishop's been here, Angus Deaton, Mark Watson. Hugh Dennis has been here as well. Philip Pope's been here. Plenty of big names. And they could be playing alongside you. They turn up when they want.
Now that could be into the ship canal, couldn't it? I think that's the first ball that we've lost. This is the boy Abbas. Thud, have that. That's reminiscent of Peter Kay from those beer commercials, isn't it? I don't know that we're going to get that ball back, to be honest with you. One spectator's gone to try and find it. I think they've given up hope.
Do you remember the old school rules of whoever kicked it gets it?
Yeah.
Should we send Abbas swimming?
At our school it was fetch thy own mess. Oh, that's just creeped in.
It's Visser. What a goal!
Well, he's turned from calamity keeper to goal scorer as Chris Visser.
Oh, it's
slotted that on the keeper's inside. The keeper will be disappointed there, won't he, to concede in the on his near post. And
Visser again. Oh, it'll be Ellis on the follow-up. Oh, that's a massive
follow through, isn't it?
God, no one was on the end of that.
You'll be pleased to know, Mike, they found the ball.
Oh, fantastic.
The ball has come back. He didn't make it into the ship canal.
We were on limited balls anyway. We've got a queue here like a bowling alley, but once they're gone. Haven't had a goal from. Oh no, we had Chris's a minute ago, didn't we?
Yeah.
Apart from that,
they found Shearer now.
It was 8-2 at half time.
What can Alan Shearer do here? He's looking for some space, but he's blocked off.
So the aggregate score overall is Shearer 341 to Savage's 304. But from a Robbie Savage perspective, it's back in the 30s. So
37 the difference.
Back in the 30s is probably something Robbie would like to be, isn't it? And Alan, for that matter. Alan's really suffering out there at the moment. Here comes Team Shearer again. Abbas plays it forward for Team Savage in the red.
Stay Woke on Twitter says, day 2 watching more 5-a-side. Brilliant stuff from Alan Shearer and Robbie Savage on 5 Live aside. Alan, Arsenal could do with a bit of Shearer. Wenger's trying to sign him as we speak. As there's a shot blocked there from the red number 3, Adam Ellis.
And a shout out going out via hashtag 5LiveAside from Sophie Rose. Can we get a shout out to all the Salford University students working as crew? They are doing a fantastic job. Earlier in the cold, they provided me with tea and coffee. They're running around, they're giving us the team sheets, they're making sure all the teams are looked after, giving them the medals, looking after the production of it all. They are doing a sterling job, and just part of all the voluntary staff here helping this event go ahead. But it's all about Sport Relief, so please donate. As Phil has alluded to a couple of times, text 5 to 70005 or via bbc.co.uk/Sport Relief. Give what you can, please. We'll see at full time exactly what your money goes towards.
That was Visser there, caught in possession. I think he thought he had more time on the ball, Mike, than he actually had. He'll be annoyed that he's not got the shot off there, as he's looking to add to his goal tally.
Solitary goal so far. Has Ellis surpassed his hat-trick? Did he get a 4th? I think he's still on the hat-trick, isn't he?
If I'm honest with you, I lost count at 6.
Savage's men in double figures, 10 for the score in this game. 600.
Just trying to get the ball back.
45 goals, if my maths is correct, overall so far.
Wow, that's amazing, isn't it?
It is. It is incredible. And we're just over halfway, so I imagine if this carries on, we'll see the 1,000th goal at some point tomorrow morning.
Phoebe Williams says, if I wasn't working nights, I'd be heading up to play too. Hashtag 5live-a-side. Well, you know, the best thing is to keep a cheeky little feed on your work computer. It's on the red button, or you can catch it on this BBC Sport website, bbc.co.uk/sport.
We've had an answer from Jamie Davis as to where he's coming from. I'd be coming from Malpas. Thank you, Mike, for the kind £10 sports relief donation. I'll be needing a pint after it. Forget my, excuse my lack of geographical knowledge, but where is Malpas?
That's one for you to have a look at whilst we've got Shearer on the ball here, trying to find a teammate, and he has found one. And it's come through across the box, but it's just hit the backboards. And now your boss is in space, and he's looking for one off his left foot. But frankly, I think that's a stretch too far for Chris Vassar, using a left foot. I'm not sure if he's a two-footed player, Mike.
Well, Malpas, James, I've had a look here. Now, I'm failing to see the excuse, Phil, because it's just not far off Chester.
Whitchurch, yeah.
So,
A49 territory, that.
Plenty of time to get up to Media City, Jamie. And if you come and find me,
Abbas!
that £10 will exist in the sport relief donation.
Right, okay. So Jamie needs to find you near the commentary booth, right? Ask around.
I'm live texting it tonight from 5 till 10, then I might have another cheeky effort at 10 o'clock.
Now then, Shearer's buried one there. Have a look at this. With hardly any backlift, it's gone into the bottom corner of the net. That's a fantastic strike from Alan Shearer. Chris Visser's on here, but it's just parried to the keeper. So that is full time then. It's finished on the day. Savage 10, Team Shearer 5. It's Team Shearer though with the goal leads on aggregate, 342 to Robbie Savage's 304.
So plenty more action to come here. Just under 26 hours now of BBC Sport Relief action. As one of the players on the last game comes and asks Louis van Gaal to sign him up. Well, Manchester United probably need him at the moment. Wonderful stuff from both teams, but obviously, yes, they get half an hour on the pitch, but it's not all about those players on the pitch. It's all about what happens off the pitch for Sport Relief. And if you're wondering how you can get involved, well, here's just how.
Hi, I'm Johnny Brown.